Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joelle Simone Anthony. I'm also known as the Grave Woman, and if this is your first time here, I want to go ahead and ask that you hit the subscription button below as well as liking this video. And if you find this and any other content here on my channel informative, helpful, or interesting, please feel free to share it with at least 3 other people. I'd greatly appreciate it. So what we're doing in this video series is exploring the zodiac signs and talking about ways that the different signs may experience, express, and what they may need when they're grieving. Now, I want to go ahead and give this disclaimer that these are not the only ways, the things that are listed in this video and the other videos that belong to this series are not the only ways that you may see a certain zodiac sign exhibit their grief, but these are pretty basic and common expressions of grief and needs during the grieving journey that these signs may have. Also, this information should not be considered medical information. I'm not a doctor. I am a funeral director, but this is based on my personal observation, study, and research of all of the different zodiac signs. I think that our signs and the study of astrology has a lot to do with the way that we interpret life and express ourselves, especially during the grieving process. If you see me look to the side, it's only because I'm referring to the notes that I've taken. I've done a lot of research and I am reading directly from my notes. I also will list the link for the blog for each of the signs in the description box below, so feel free to check those out. I also encourage everyone to do their own research and learn as much as they can about their sign and the signs of those that they interact with on a regular basis. Libras are the 7th and the most balanced sign of the zodiac. Libras are an air sign, and that means they thrive on information. Libras value harmony, and they have a belief that things should just be done the right way, and they strive to live their lives as fairly and as, for lack of a better word, righteously as possible. And when I say righteous, I don't necessarily mean in the religious sense, but many times because of their deeply rooted beliefs in right and wrong, Libras do tend to lean more towards religion and religious groups and spirituality when they're grieving. Libras need to process grief intellectually more so than emotionally at first, and this logic brings them comfort in accepting loss. Libra is less likely to display their emotions publicly, but if you do happen to witness or be a part of an emotional moment with a Libra, reassurance is greatly appreciated. They feel most vulnerable and emotional when they're alone, so Libras try to keep busy when they're experiencing a loss in a grief, experiencing loss and grief. And the best way to support a Libra who is grieving is to keep them busy with social activities, keep their minds busy. Church functions, work functions, and other social functions serve as an outlet for the Libra to express themselves and give to others, which makes them feel good about themselves. However, when they are alone, just understand that they're taking that time to break down and have a moment. You may never see a Libra cry, but don't think that they're not in some way expressing their grief. They just are people that thrive from being a part of whatever is going on. And Libras feel most vulnerable when they're alone, so that's when they're going to express most of the emotional aspects of their grief. But keeping a Libra busy and involved and, you know, calling and say, hey, would you like to go to lunch today? Or I'm going to the mall. Do you need me to pick anything up from you? 9 out of 10 chances they're always going to accept your invitation, because being busy helps them to intellectually process their grief and emotions. You can visit my website, www.thegravewoman.com. The link for the blog that corresponds with this video is listed in the description box below. Please feel free to share this and any other information that you find on this channel with anyone who you think can use it. You can also connect with me on social media at The Grave Woman Everywhere. Thank you so much for watching. Live life, love hard, and I'll talk to you next time.